Welcome to the Relearn Lab Glossary, where we break down powerful words that tell the story of Black history. These aren't just words, they're pieces of the truth. Enslaved, not slave. We say enslaved person to remember that no one was born a slave. They were people, mothers, fathers, children, forced into slavery. Calling someone enslaved centers their humanity. It reminds us slavery was something done to them, not who they were. Middle passage. This was the horrifying journey across the Atlantic Ocean. Millions of Africans were packed into ships, chained below deck, and taken to the Americas. The conditions were brutal, and many never made it. The Middle Passage is one of the darkest chapters in human history. Emancipation. Emancipation means freedom from slavery. In 1863, President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, but not all enslaved people were freed right away. That's why June 19, 1865, is so important. It marks the day the last enslaved African Americans in Texas learned they were free. Reconstruction. Reconstruction was the time after the Civil War when the U.S. tried to rebuild the South and let African Americans fully participate in society. There was hope. Black men could vote, hold office, and go to school. But white supremacist violence, including the rise of the Ku Klux Klan, tried to tear it all down. Jim Crow laws. These were unfair rules that kept black people and white people separate, at schools, water fountains, buses, and more. It wasn't just about separation, it was about power, keeping African Americans out of opportunity. These laws lasted from the late 1800s until the Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement. This was a powerful time in the 1950s and 60s when African Americans fought for justice, freedom, and equality under the law. Leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, and Ella Baker helped change the world. But it wasn't just leaders, it was everyday people marching, sitting in, and speaking out. Redlining. Redlining was a government policy that marked black neighborhoods in red and said they were too risky to get home loans. This is one reason why African American families were locked out of wealth and home ownership for decades. The effects of redlining still impact black communities today. Mass incarceration. After the Civil Rights era, new laws led to the rise of mass incarceration, especially through the so-called war on drugs. African Americans were jailed at much higher rates for the same crimes as others. This created a prison pipeline that has hurt black families and communities across generations and today. Systemic racism. Systemic racism means racism that is baked into systems like schools, housing, healthcare, and law enforcement. It's not always about individual hate. It's about how unfair laws, rules, and structures keep inequality alive. Liberation. Liberation means more than freedom. It's about wholeness, justice, and the right to thrive. Black history isn't just a story of pain, it's also a story of liberation, of people rising up and reclaiming their future. These words hold weight. They carry truth, memory, and power. And the more we understand them, the more we understand ourselves, and the world we're working to change. Keep learning, keep questioning, keep relearning. Follow and subscribe to Relearn Lab for more content.